So, today I will be talking to you about queries, some of which will involve select statements and also where, from, and order by. There will also be two other parts, such as commenting and also print statements. Select is for selecting columns, and from that you basically are going to select a column from a table, and within that table, within the database is a table. So I'm also working with Microsoft SQL Server 2012. That is my little introduction, and now I am currently waiting for SQL Server to load completely, and it has. Today we'll be working with AdventureWorks 2012 database, and we will be looking at the person.person table. And within that person.person table, we are going to be specifically looking at last name. The last name, which is a column. And I'm going to make a new query. And we're going to be using the use statement, use the AdventureWorks 2012 database, and then go to make it look for the AdventureWorks 2012 database. And then we're going to be making a select statement, and we're going to have the star to basically make it select all the statements, or sorry, select all the columns. All the columns will be selected from that, and from the person.person table. And we're also getting results, and we're going to get them to the text format instead of the grid, because text format is interesting and you can rearrange things easier. By easier, I mean if you wanted to, you could space things differently. You could use other statements that I will show in other videos, probably in the next video, hopefully. Anyways, the select star from person.person is going to get all the records from the person.person table, and that's about 19,000, almost 20,000 records. However, when you're dealing with that much data, it takes a while for a query to finish executing, and it took 28 seconds. So let's say you're in a, I don't know, you're on the job, your job is data analytics, and you're supposed to, or you're working for a hospital, and you need to report on all the last names of the persons inside the hospital or previous patients. And so you're going to be getting the top 10%. Let's say, in this example, we're going to be using last names, and the top 10% of the last names. There is a lot of practical application you can use just from these basic queries. They're very useful, to be honest. They don't seem like much, but when in combination with other statements, which we'll touch on those later when I make a few more tutorials, you will see how powerful this can be and how useful queries can be. So we're going to select the last name from the person.person table. We're going to name it as lname, and so from there we're also going to be ordering, we're going to add in the select top, and then we're going to have the number 10, and then we're going to have percent the word, not the sign percent, but C-E-N-T. And if you put the percent sign, it would not like that. So it gets the top 10% of the roughly around 20,000, which we're left with 1,998. And that is exactly what we wanted. Making a new print statement. The print statements will show up in the results, but the comments will stay in the query scripts, but in the results, the comments, the greened out words will not show up inside the results, which is good. But if you want to leave some notes, use the print statement. Do not use double quotes, use single quotes. Double quotes, it won't like that very much. It won't like that at all. So, we're reusing the statement for getting all the columns from the person.person table. And as you can see, it's taking time. Hopefully it doesn't take any more time than the 28 seconds previously. Oh, it took 30 seconds this time, wow. That's, interesting. Took a little bit longer. Huh. Anyways, we're going to be taking the select and asterisk from person.person, and we're going to be making it, if I'm not mistaken, go bye-bye. And yes, the two dash line are comments. And you can use as many of those as you want at your discretion for anything. I would just recommend putting appropriate comments and nothing too extremely detailed or too vague, enough to get the point across to yourself or to others. Comments are used for pieces of information in case you forget something or in case you need some guidance. So make sure that they're good enough for you to use, or if somebody else is going to be looking at them, make sure that they're good enough for others to know what you're doing. However, I haven't put very many comments in here, but I am explaining things to you. The non-comments.